We're creating 1-minute debates for weeks number 11 and 12, so I want to go through it with you to give you some instruction, and so be prepared to use Flipgrid for this assignment just like we did in week number 1. So in Appendix A and Appendix B of our book, they have arguments that argue at different sides of media issues. In Appendix A, it talks about professional athletes being paid too much and how that connects to the media. And Appendix B is about media ownership and whether or not it's too concentrated. So what I have you do is read through those chapters, then go outside of the chapters and find a minimum of 2 sources, legitimate good sources, where you can argue the side of this argument that you've been assigned. Some of you have been assigned that athletes are paid too much. Some of you have been assigned the opposite. Athletes, in fact, are not paid too much. The same with media company ownership. Some have been assigned that it's too concentrated, others that it's not too concentrated. So you look at your assignments here, and then when you've done your research, then you'll put together a short PowerPoint presentation or Google Slides, whatever it is, and you're going to do a screen recording using Flipgrid. So let me scroll down here, and you'll remember Flipgrid from the first of the semester. So here's a link here. It tells you how to do this. So let's go ahead and click on the Flipgrid link. It's going to pop up like this. Now, I'm recording the video that you're going to see right here, so you won't see that now because you'll be watching it from this very spot. So we're going to have to record a response, and it's this button right here, not the one down below, but the top button where you'll record a response. Okay, so when you get to this point, make sure you've got your PowerPoint or Google Slides already. I like to use Google Slides because then I put them in the tab of my browser window. And then we want to go to the options and record screen. And when I do that, it pops up this screen as a start screen recording. Notice you've got your video down here in the corner. Make sure you move it up a little bit so it can be seen and it's not going to be covering up your PowerPoint presentation. And I choose entire screen, so choose your entire screen. If you choose application window, then we won't see you and we want to see you. So entire screen, and let's click share. It's going to give me a countdown, and then you go ahead and give your presentation. So like if this were my PowerPoint right here, I'd talk you through it. And in this one, I'm going to talk to you about how to actually upload this. But let's go ahead and stop this particular video because I need to show you how to upload it. So let's stop recording. All right. So you can go ahead and preview that, make sure it looks good, walk through it. If you don't like it, of course, you can redo it because it's video that's recorded, so you can redo whatever you want. So look through, make sure it looks good. Click on next. And here, make sure you put your first and last name. And then a title if you want to. I'm going to put 1-minute debate in here, but this isn't critical. Okay, at this point, you can select a frame from your PowerPoint, or I'm going to have you take a selfie so we can see your face so we know who it is that recorded it. So click on the take a selfie, smile real big, take your selfie, and then put it in there. All right, now let's click submit. And this takes a minute or two depending on your internet connection. Of course, the video should not be more than a minute long. Now, this one tops out at 1:30, so you definitely need to be done before then or it'll shut you off automatically. Okay, then it's done. Now don't hit complete. Look for download video because this is important. I want you to download the video and then we're going to put it on Canvas. So click download video. It's going to prepare it. Then click on download video. Depending on what browser you're in, if you're on Chrome, it's going to download right here. And you see it. I'm going to show it in my Finder. Mine goes to a downloads folder, so make sure you know where it downloaded to. There it is. Right there, a really cryptic name. So you can change that name, of course, or you can move it to a different folder. But I'm going to leave it right there for now because I know where it is. Okay. Once I do that, I'm going to go back to Canvas. And here's the directions about how to log in. So you should have logged in, of course, by now if you're watching this video. So you're logged in with your BYUI email. And then when you get here in Canvas, this shows you how to do it. But I'm going to go down and actually do it, and you can read through the directions, of course. So click on the discussion board for reply. Okay. And then when we get here, make sure you put your first and last name. And then also the side of the debate. So I'm going to put professional athletes are paid too much. So make sure you put your name and the name of the argument or the side of the argument you're taking. And then once you've got that done, let's go up to this icon right here. It's the one with the music symbol and the video symbol. we're going to upload media. So now we need to remember where that media was. And for me, I know it's in my downloads folder, and there it is right there. I'll open it up, and then it loads into my browser. And then I'm going to go ahead and click OK, submit. And this will take a minute or two. Make sure you give it enough time. If you leave before it actually uploads, then it won't submit. So we'll be left with a blank space. So there it is. And so once it's there, you can go ahead and post your reply. Then when someone comes and looks at it, they see your name and they see what side of the argument it's on. And then they can go ahead and put play and watch it. Okay, so you watch the whole thing. You can make it go full screen and watch the whole thing like that, or you can watch it smaller like this. And then, of course, after you've done yours, you're going to come back and look for 3 people who've taken the opposite side of your argument, and you're going to reply to them and give them some feedback and do some debate. This is not to, prove points or someone wrong, but you're going to talk about the different sides of the argument, so it can help us get a deeper understanding. So make sure on this one, it doesn't really matter whether or not you agree with the side of the argument you're on or not. The goal is to better understand both sides of the argument. So definitely argue the side you've been assigned, but of course it doesn't mean you have to believe that. You're just trying to argue the point, because there's always at least 2 sides to any argument. All right, so that's it. That's how we do the 1-minute debate. We'll do this for both weeks 11 and 12. Of course, like week 12, you have different topics and different assignments. But hopefully this will take you right through so you can record this and do a great job, and we'll have a lot of fun looking at each other's debates. All right, have a great week.